Hi there. Happy Tuesday and Happy New Year. Welcome to the new year. Woohoo, we made it. So let's talk. I talked a little bit about resolutions the last time, how I'm not necessarily a huge fan of New Year's resolutions, but I also know that I'm in the minority there. And so I'm, going to help you with where you are. So here are some things to keep in mind if you are making some New Year's resolutions for yourself or simply just setting some goals for yourself, New Year's or not. So here's a couple of things to keep in mind. One is making sure that your goals are tangible and measurable. So ensuring that you give yourself a timeline of measuring success. Because here's the deal, like really feel this, right? If we're just going to say, I'm going to start eating really, really well. Okay. So then the goal is to start. So that means one meal of eating really well, and you can feel like you've already accomplished it. Tomorrow might be a different day. Tomorrow is another start. Tomorrow. So here's the idea of making sure that your goals have a deadline. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't then extend the deadline once you reach there, but notice the difference in the way these messages are received. One is, this new year, I'm going to eat way healthier. Or for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to focus on eating more protein than carbs, or whatever healthy is to you, right? Whatever your definition is. But notice how if you have a deadline, there's an end to it. There is a place to declare success. When our goals include things like more, better, more often, bigger, all those things are like chasing a carrot on a stick in front of you. They keep moving. There's always more, there's always better, but there's nothing to celebrate. So even if you are looking for, a better life or more abundance, the key here is to not necessarily focus on the outcome, but focus on what you have control over, which is the process. And the thing that often gets forgotten when we're talking about goals or resolutions is the process itself. So if losing weight is the goal, there's so many factors involved there between your movement and eating and water and sleeping and mental health. And there's so many factors to just losing weight, right? Or becoming healthier. But what are the actions? What are you actually going to focus on? What are you going to change? What is the tangible thing you are going to change? What exactly does it look like? And for how long will you be doing it consistently? This is my word for the new year, so get used to hearing it. It really is about consistency. It's not about, this one day or this one focus. It's what is the one thing that you are going to be doing consistently over the next 2 weeks. Every day, even weekends, doesn't matter. What are you going to do consistently over the next 2 weeks that gets you just one step closer to your goal? What is the action you are committing to yourself to making every single day over the next 2 weeks that will get you closer to your goal? Notice how this feels, how empowering it is to be able to say, this is the thing I'm going to do. I have control over this. You may not have control over the weight loss. You may not have control over, exterior forces, but what are the things you do have control over? And again, consistency, consistency, consistency. How many of my clients come in, it's like, well, I didn't think this stuff was working. I didn't think, but now I'm looking back a few months later or even years later and saying, holy moly, my life is completely different because of these tiny little new habits that we put in place. And that if I didn't have the faith and keep with it consistently over these months and years, if I didn't just commit to the practice, my life wouldn't be different. So really, it's taking the focus off of the bigger goal in the everyday and what is the tangible? What is the one action step you are declaring right now today that you are going to be consistent with every day over the next 2 weeks to get you one step closer to your goal resolution? Tell me what it is. I want to hear it. What are the action steps? What are you going to do starting today consistently that will make your life better? Let me know. I want to hear from you.